Meeting to order. Pursuant to Governor Healy's March 29th, 2023 order extending the temporary provisions to the open meeting law until March 31st, 2025, this meeting of the school committee is in hybrid format and being recorded. The meeting will be broadcast and recorded on local public access station, Verizon 31 and Charter Spectrum 191, and live streamed on the town's YouTube channel when available. A recording of the meeting will be available on the town's website and YouTube channel. The school committee meeting has been called to order. Each member should state their name and whether they're attending in person or remotely. Jill, why don't we start with you today? Why not?
Kozachka in person.
Gibbons in person.
Jerome in person.
Darling in person.
Edwards in person.
Meetings be called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, moving on to the consent agenda.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented. Can I say that?
Sure, please do.
Not listed out.
Second.
All right, first and second, any questions or discussions regarding these minutes, executive minutes, or bill schedules? Okay, hearing none, we'll take a vote.
Kozachka, aye.
Gibbons, aye.
Jerome, aye.
Darling, aye.
Edwards, aye.
Motion passes 5-0. All right, now the main reason that we're here, I'll read this so whoever first and seconds it can, sure, go for it.
I make a motion to authorize the superintendent to submit to the Massachusetts School Building Authority the Statement of Interest form dated March 20th, 2025 for the Simonian Center for Early Learning located at 409 Boston Road, Sutton, Mass. 01590. There are no periods here. Which describes and explains the following deficiencies and the priority categories for which an application may be submitted to the Massachusetts School Building Authority. In the future replacement, renovation or modernization of the school facility systems, such as roofs, windows, boilers, heating and ventilation systems, to increase energy conservation and decrease energy-related costs in a school facility, and hereby further specifically acknowledges that by submitting this statement of interest form, the Massachusetts School Building Authority in no way guarantees the acceptance of the approval of an application, the awarding of a grant or any other funding commitment from the Massachusetts School Building Authority, or commits the town of Sutton to filing an application for funding with the Massachusetts School Building Authority.
Second. Good work. Do you want to start us off with just a wider summary of the purpose of?
Yes, so the school department is looking to submit a statement of interest to the Massachusetts School Building Authority for their accelerated repair program. So this year, they have decided that this program will only be offered every other year. So if we were to not submit for this year, we're another 2 years out from being able to submit to be considered for this competitive grant. This year, there is a new component to the grant where they will provide funding for your electric HVAC systems. And so the Simonian Center for Early Learning, their HVAC system is from when that building was constructed in 1973. It has had some updates and improvements in 1998 and 1999 when all the RTUs were replaced, but since then we've kind of just been fixing them as able with help from the town's capital funding program. So this would allow us to submit the statement of interest so that they can consider us for heat pump replacement. There is a new Massachusetts regulation that the temperature within all school buildings when kids are present needs to remain at 68 degrees minimum. We have had a few instances this winter where we have been unable to maintain that temperature, specifically in the Simonian Center for Early Learning. So we're just looking for alternative funding sources to kind of help us fix that problem. Additionally, the district currently has about $200,000 in energy credits with Spencer Metals that we are unable to use at this time. So if we switch to electric heat pumps in the Simonian Center, Okay, so we would be able to use that $200,000 in accumulated energy credits and start to spend that down. So that would also save us some money there. And then we would also be able to reduce our future oil costs. One thing that you'll see in the statement of interest that I had provided to you a draft of is that with this grant, if your roof is going to be 15 years of age or older by 2026, you also have to apply for roof replacement or renovation, reparation in some form. And so the last time our roof was replaced at the Simonian Center for Early Learning was in 2009, and it was actually through this grant program. So it will be exactly 15 years old come next year. So you'll see in the statement of interest that we are also applying for that portion of it. But in speaking with Dave Richard, the facility director, and Dan Durgan, they are not concerned about the roof at all. And we feel that if they come out and inspect it, that we won't need any roof work, but you will see that that's in the grant application.
Thank you. Thanks for compiling the many pages to submit it as well.
It was a team effort.
I know this information was provided in advance too, so thanks for the summary. Any questions from the committee regarding the grant or the opportunity? And just for clarification for anyone who's listening or watches it later, we have specific timelines and deadlines we have to meet as a committee to do this, and then we also have to present it to the town select board, so we have to get it into their meeting before as well.
Yes, so I will be going to the select board meeting tomorrow night to present on it for them, and then we will submit it on Thursday. The deadline for the statement of interest is Friday, the 21st.
Thank you.
And what's the timeline for the grants to be awarded?
So they said they meet as a board of directors right after that, and that we should know within a couple of weeks to months. The one thing about the heating portion of the grant is that since it is a new part of the accelerated repair program, they still have a team that's working together to iron out the logistics of it. So it would not be something that would go into effect immediately. They're looking at implementation anywhere from 2026 to 2028 of having all of those things delivered by then. So it would not be a quick fix for next winter. It would be for winters after that.
And the contractor that does the work, we get to choose, or is the state going to
They
send
are
us?
still working out the logistics of that with the working group.
Just hope it's not TLT2.
I don't even know if they're in business. I know I'm excited because it's, as you read in there, it's not committing us, it's not committing them, but I'm excited about the opportunity for it. I mean, I know on a residential level, if you put a heat pump in, you get heating, you get air conditioning, you get dehumidifying, fan. We set the minimum temperature as 68.
Yeah.
They don't mention a maximum temperature. And sometimes even dehumidifying is a help. So, the potential that might be the solution could be a nice opportunity for the schools to add a level of comfort so students can focus on learning.
And it could also benefit even students beyond the Simonian Center because we have a lot of shared spaces that are actually technically housed in the Simonian Center. So the cafeteria and the gym would be spaces that are considered Simonian Center building.
Good. That's great.
I'm definitely a fan. I also love that we have energy credits that we could then apply to this and rather than just sit out in the air and not be utilized.
Harrison has been working tirelessly to try to spend down those energy credits, and there's just not enough for us to spend them on at the moment.
So that'd be huge too.
I think it's a win-win.
Yeah.
I guess, is there anything we're missing or not? Is there something?
Yeah, it sounds like too good to be true a little bit.
Yeah.
No, there is no financial commitment from either the district or the town. And I think the biggest thing is they have $250 million slated to go towards this. And the board of directors for MSBA will meet and review all of the applications. So there is always the chance that we just aren't as needy as some surrounding districts. Hopefully that's not the case, but I think we just have to be prepared that there may be a chance that we don't qualify this year. And in that case, we would just apply again.
Anyone else? All right. In that case, I'm really glad we don't have to read them again. Let's take it for a vote.
Krasachka, aye.
Gibbons, aye.
Jerome, aye.
Darling, aye?
Edwards, aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
I would make a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss contract negotiations and not reconvene an open session.
Second.
Okay. First and second. Anyone have any questions about this? Okay. Take a vote.
Krasachka, aye.
Gibbons, aye.
Jerome, aye.
Darling, aye?
Edwards, aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Meeting is adjourned to executive session.
Recording stopped.
I don't know why I still get excited to hear the roll call vote on that. Like, I've never seen anybody vote no to adjourn.
No.
You know, it's not a huge percentage of all the other stuff you do, but it is